You've got that big idea, right? The one you're so passionate about, but you're also kind of terrified to go all in. Well, what if I told you there's a way to take that brilliant idea for a test drive without risking everything? Let's dive in. Okay, so let's just jump right into the big question, the one that probably keeps you up at night. Why do most great ideas fail? I mean, is it just bad timing, not enough money, too much competition? You might think so, but the real answer is probably not what you expect. The truth is, they don't. Most great ideas don't actually fail in the way we think. They just wither on the vine. They never even get a real shot because nobody ever tests them. And that is the exact problem we're going to tackle right now. You know the feeling, right? You've got this awesome concept, this game-changing idea, and it just sits there on a shelf collecting dust. Why does that happen? Well, it's fear. The fear of failure, of wasting time, of pouring money down the drain. It's paralyzing. It can stop even the best ideas before they even start. But here's the thing. What if you could take it for a spin first? Like a test drive. A really smart, low-risk way to see if your idea actually has legs before you bet the farm on it. Good news? There is. And we call it a pilot project. So, what is a pilot project really? Simple. It's a small-scale test run, a controlled experiment you do before you even think about a big, full-scale launch. Think of it as your safety net and your classroom, all rolled into one. And the whole point of a pilot isn't just to prove your idea is good, it's to find out if it's even possible. Like, can this thing actually work out in the wild? A pilot lets you find all the hidden problems, get feedback from actual people, and tweak your idea until it's not just good, but great. Okay, so you're on board. A test drive sounds like a great idea. But how do you build one? Where do you even start? Let's get into the nuts and bolts, your blueprint for a successful pilot. It really boils down to 5 key steps. First up, you've got to know what you're trying to prove. Set some crystal clear objectives. Step 2, who are you testing this on? That's your target group. Third, and this is crucial, keep it small and manageable. Define your scope and how long it'll last. Fourth, how do you know if you've won? You need success metrics. We call them KPIs. And last but not least, step 5, what's it going to take? You need to figure out your resources and your budget. So you've followed the blueprint. You've run the pilot. Now what? Well, the goal isn't just to be done with it. The goal is to get the green light to move forward. And that brings us to the next critical phase, validation. This is all about gathering cold, hard proof that your idea is more than just a cool concept. It's something that actually works. And what is validation? It's the proof. It's that moment you can say, yes, this is a real problem, and yes, my solution actually fixes it for real people. Seriously, without validation, you're just flying blind. And to really nail this, you have to answer 3 massive questions. Question 1, is the problem you're tackling actually real? Like, does it matter to people? That's problem validation. Question 2, does your big idea actually solve that problem? That's solution validation. And the big one, question 3, will people use it or even pay for it? That's market validation. You absolutely need a yes for all 3. So how in the world do you get those yes answers? You need the right tools in your toolkit. Let's do a quick fire round of some of the best strategies out there. Tool number 1, prototyping. And look, don't let the fancy word scare you. This can be super simple and cheap. We're talking about a basic, bare-bones version of your solution. It could literally be a sketch of an app on a piece of paper. The whole point is just to make your idea something real, something tangible that people can actually react to. Next up, A/B testing. This one's a classic for a reason. It's so simple. You just make 2 versions of something, version A and version B. Maybe it's a website with a green button versus one with a blue button. You show them to people and see which one gets more clicks. Boom. It takes all the guesswork out of making decisions. And the toolkit doesn't stop there. You've got user testing, where you literally just watch people try to use your thing. Super insightful. Or simple surveys, just directly asking people what they think. And of course, tracking the data, the metrics, to see the real story of how people are using your solution. Okay, this all sounds good in theory, right? But let's bring it back to the real world. How does this process actually lead to big wins out there? I want you to think about pretty much any big tech company you love. They did not launch to the entire world on day one. No way. Take a food delivery app. They'll start in just one city. That city becomes their lab. They test their logistics, figure out what people actually want to order, and iron out all the bugs before even dreaming of going national. And hey, this is not just a tech thing. It happens everywhere. Think about education. A school district isn't going to force a brand new teaching method on thousands of kids all at once. Of course not. They'll pilot it in just a few classrooms, see how it goes, get feedback from the teachers and students, and then maybe they'll roll it out wider. So, what's the big payoff here? Why go through all this trouble? Well, for one, you slash your risk. You save a ton of time and money because you're not wasting it on a bad idea. You end up with a much, much better product. And maybe the most important thing, you build the confidence you need to go big when the time is right. All right, let's boil it all down. What do you need to remember? A pilot is your small test. Validation is your proof. You need clear goals and real feedback to make it work. The real secret? Test early, test often, and never stop improving based on what you learn. That's iteration, and it is everything. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Think about that big idea of yours, the one that's been sitting on the shelf. I want you to ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest, simplest thing I can do, maybe even today, to take the very first step in testing it?